Hi guys, it's me again, and today I'm going to share with you my experience taking the MJDF Part 1 online exam. For those who don't know, the MJDF stands for the Diploma or Membership of the Joint Dental Faculties at the Royal College of Surgeons of England. It is basically a UK-based exam, split into Part 1 and Part 2, to assess the competencies of dental graduates on their knowledge and skills. Although not exactly essential, this qualification may be a desirable requirement for entry into postgrad studies, so I decided to go for it. I was actually quite surprised when I first googled about this exam. There wasn't a lot of information available online, and I had to ask around my seniors who have already passed the exam for information and for resources and for their advice. I believe many dental graduates have similar confusion just like me, so I decided to document my whole journey from registering, preparing, and to actually taking the MJDF Part 1 online exam. Hopefully this video will help some of you just like how my seniors have graciously helped me to pass. At the time of posting this video, the RCS has already announced that they will no longer have the MJDF exam anymore, and it will be replaced by a single exam called the MFDS, which stands for the Membership of the Faculty of Dental Surgery. But no matter MJDF or MFDS, they are both more or less the same. So if you want to register for the exam, you can just head over to the RCS website and follow the instructions there. For non-UK candidates like us Malaysians, do note that aside from the exam fees that you have to pay to the RCS, you also have to pay a fee to the local institution in charge, which was University of Malaya during my time. Everything can be done online except for the part where you need to submit proof of your primary dental qualification. For that, you can either do it directly via courier to the RCS in UK, or you can opt to use the British Council service to attest your original dental degree certificates. I opted for the second option and I went over to the British Council located in Jalan Ampang, KL. I would say the service was pretty fast and the fee was about 15 euros. So Part 1 consists of 150 single best answers questions within a 3-hour paper. The syllabus and full list of recommended readings are available on their website. You can just check it out there. But during my revision, I found these resources really helpful and I'll just list it down here. Oxford Handbook and Master Dentistry Volume 1 and 2 are great to reinforce your basic dental knowledge, whereas the BDA sheets are for you to understand the UK guidelines, their laws, and their ethics. It can be overwhelming if you intend to read everything here. To be more efficient, I strongly advise you to go through all the question banks from the past test books and your online study groups. This way, it gives you a rough idea of the types of questions that may be asked during the exam and also to gauge on your preparation for the exam as well. If you're keen to sit for the exam and hope to get my study materials, feel free to follow and DM me on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to share them with you provided you can show me proof of your dental exam registration. Because of COVID, my MJDF Part 1 exam, which was supposed to be held in April in got postponed to October. And instead of the conventional way, RCS decided to take the exam online, where candidates have to answer the questions remotely in the comforts of their own home. And no, it was not an open book test. In fact, the exam was proctored online by a third-party service provider. I had to set up one laptop and one mobile device at 90 degrees angle to each other so that they can see me and hear me throughout the exam. In fact, their technology could also trace how often my eyes wander away from the screen to detect whether I am a compromised candidate and whether I'm cheating or not. Don't even try to cheat, it's really not worth it. Countdown 2 hours before my exam, I'm just doing some last minute studying and revision. Since it was the very first time the MJDF held the exam online, it was quite chaotic in my personal opinion. The first problem was that candidates were asked to log in 30 minutes early to do a system check before the exam starts. However, when I logged in at 4:30 PM, which was 30 minutes early, apparently the system wasn't ready and I wasn't able to log in because the exam hasn't started. Eventually, I was only able to do the system check at 5 p.m. sharp. The second huge problem was when I was finally done with the system check and everything, a message window popped out saying that I need to enter a PIN number to start the exam. And in my head, I was like, what the heck?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
The RCS never mentioned about any PIN number before in their emails, and suddenly they're asking for a PIN number. I guess at that point of time, every single candidate stuck at their respective homes panicked. We really panicked because the exam support team wasn't responding to my messages, and I couldn't possibly communicate with other people because I have 2 freaking cameras monitoring me. I felt so hopeless, and the worst thought came to my mind. What if I'm the only person facing this issue? What if everyone else has started answering the questions? And will I fail because of this? In the end, I couldn't take it anymore. After 15 minutes or so, I decided to just disconnect my devices and turn off airplane mode and went straight to WhatsApp my friends, asking them if they are having the same problem as well. Apparently everyone was in the same situation, so we waited. After another half an hour, we finally received the PIN number from the dental support team and we started our exam. Putting my messy feelings aside, I answered the questions one by one. The whole exam was split into 2 halves. So once you answer the first half, you get to take a 10-minute break before answering the second half of the exam. If you finish early, you can opt to submit your answers immediately, so you don't have to wait until the whole 3 hours to complete your exam. I still had a lot of extra time, so I managed to run through all of my questions again before clicking submit and end exam. All in all, it was an interesting experience despite being a scary one. And by the end of the exam, I was really tired and starving because it was already past dinner time. So after a month or so, I finally received my exam results and I passed. Upon the completion of your Part 1 exam, you will not be given a certificate, but just a written letter to prove your success. You will be given a 5-year time limit to complete Part 2. Once you complete Part 2, you'll be given a certification, after which you will need to pay an annual fee to the RCS every year to maintain your membership. I would advise you to first discover your priorities and your career goals before jumping into the fellowship, because all these exam fees and membership fees are definitely not cheap. Don't spend your precious time and hard-earned money unnecessarily if you don't need it. In the meantime, do feel free to connect with me on my Instagram, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Wow, it's raining. 3, 4